welcome to another edition of the Coweta Community Spotlight. Today, I am at C&C Furniture. Most of you might know C&C Furniture. He's been here for many years and has supplied furniture to people throughout Coweta County for many, many years. And so today, we're talking with the owner, Tommy Chestnut. Tommy, welcome.
Howdy.
So, how many years have you been in Newnan?
In Newnan, we moved here in 1970.
1970. Now, was know your father was in the business before you.
Right.
And perhaps even your grandfather, I'm not sure.
No, just my father. He started in around 1946 to 47.
Now, your father had a very large operation at one time, right?
Right. Well, he worked for people that had rather large, for Mathis Furniture.
Mathis Furniture.
Which was in town for many years before
Yeah.
it closed down.
Yeah, I remember that. And so you just basically took over your father's business.
Yeah, well, he retired and they closed down the business, and I got started with what was left.
Right. See, the thing, you get a lot of these commercial furniture stores now, like Rooms to Go and so on and so on. You don't see many of the old-fashioned, small town furniture shops anymore that, you know, have a personal relationship with their customers. Why do you think it's gotten that way?
I don't really know. It's just a big box business is taking over, and then probably the internet's gonna take over from them.
Right.
Just thing changes, I guess.
Well, you've noticed, I mean, since you've been in business so long, you've noticed a definite decline in these small shops.
Right.
And how has that affected the overall business? I mean, do you still have a base of loyal customers that continue to use you?
Not as much as they used to.
Right.
Because everybody's with a big box often, and no interest, and less prices and whatever. But you start off with a good price, but by the time you get it delivered and service charge and all that, the bottom line is real close.
Because, you know, I've always been, I'm, you know, from Coweta County, and my family, and grandfather, and great-grandfather was from here. And I've always supported local businesses. And when I moved into my new house in 2010, I needed furniture. And the first place I could think of, the only place I thought of really, was C&C. And I came down here, and, you know, we went through catalogs, and I think you had one piece in stock that I wanted. And you even drove to Alabama and certain places to acquire the furniture I needed. And I supplied my entire house with top quality premium furniture from here.
Yeah.
And being able to have that personal touch, like when we sat down and we went through the catalogs, and then I asked questions about it because, you know, you're the furniture expert, I'm not, and you can tell me the benefits of that over this, and it's a very pleasant experience and rewarding for both of us. And I just don't see why people wouldn't support a local business like that gives them personal service.
Right. Well, on average, I probably spend a couple hours with my customer.
Mm-hmm.
Where you go in a big box store, you probably in that, if you don't buy nothing in 10 minutes, they walk off from you, you know.
Yeah, well, sometimes you can't even get an assistant to come and recognize you're there.
Right.
You know, and I guess it's the personality of the younger people, because all your older loyal clients are probably dying out.
Right.
And are you getting many newer generation people?
Not really.
No.
No. Most of them is, I deal a lot with great grandkids that dealt with my father when he was at Mather.
Right.
And that's because of the parents telling them, come down here.
Right. Well, I know my mother and father bought from you, and a lot of the older people around Newnan I know always did. And, well, I mean, are you still able to keep your head above water? I mean, with all these new big box companies and now the internet, it's amazing.
It's getting hard,
Yeah.
but I don't have much overhead.
See, the thing as a customer, I absolutely despise is going somewhere and buying a piece of furniture, and they give you a box and say, take that home and put it together. Now, you know, I'm not familiar with putting stuff together. None of the instructions ever make any sense to me. And here, you assemble things for people and deliver it.
Right. It's what I was taught a long time ago is, and when I went down here, my father told me that the main thing you got over anybody else is service. He said you gotta have to keep service to stay in business.
Your father was a very savvy businessman. I mean, he was quite successful in his day, and I suppose he taught you a lot of business skills that's come in handy over the years.
Yeah.
Well, so if people that aren't familiar with you in Cayuga County or elsewhere that'll see this video wants to come and patronize your establishment, tell them a little bit about the services you do offer and the types of furniture you can get and how you are different than the big box stores.
Well, I guess because I can get a lot real quick. There's several warehouses around Atlanta I can get, and there's other places that I can order in. It takes a little bit longer, but I can still get it. But most of the time, if it's in the warehouse, I can have it to you in a couple of days, and I don't charge anything for delivery in Cayuga County.
Wow.
If it's more than $400. Anything less than $400 is $20.
Wow.
That's
unheard of.
I have a help that comes in here to help me. I'm here by myself all the time, but I have some of this stuff I can't take in the house by myself.
Oh, right.
And that's what I usually pay him. And that's
To cover him.
Yeah. Right.
Well, that's a very laudable service that you provide. You'd never, ever get that with a big box store nowadays. Now, what about the range of furniture? Because I've sat down and looked through your catalogs, and you've got stuff for, you know, the lower end or the people just starting housekeeping when they're young and trying to afford the bare essentials, all the way up to very exquisite top-line furniture.
Right.
And everything in between.
Yeah. I've sold bedroom suits with a dresser, mirror, chest, nightstand, and bed as low as $888, all the way up to a $4,500 dinette table and chairs.
Yeah. Yeah, so anybody in any situation, whether they live in a mansion or they're just getting started as a young couple, can be able to come here, get what they need, and be happy and assured that the quality is going to last them.
Right.
And you'll give them very personalized service.
I try to.
Yeah. Well, that's great.
And most of the time, if you come in here and you order something, just starting out, whatever, I get it in, put it together. You can look at it. If you don't like the way it looks, if it don't look like you think it is, you don't have to take it.
Even after you get it in.
After I get it in.
Wow.
Because I'm so small, I don't have room to display a lot of stuff. So, And I know a lot of, well, some of the time, the pictures just don't work. Most of the time, everybody's, when they look at the price and look at the picture, they think it's sad, that ain't gonna do it. So most of the time, they real happy when they get it, because it looks better than what they thought it would.
Mine was that way. My bedroom suit and dining room suit that I got from you, I was more happy with it after you delivered it than I was looking at it in the picture and anticipating it coming.
Right.
You know. Now you do have a lot of stuff on display. We'll show a few things around here in a minute, but I mean, you do still keep a lot of stuff in stock for people to come in and see.
Right, I try to.
Yeah. And, but most of the stuff you prefer for people to come down and give it personalized service and pick things out for them, correct? Yeah. Well, I mean, to me, that's the old-fashioned way of doing something. It's better for the people because they can get exactly what they want, and it's better for you because you don't have to have the overhead, and it works out great.
Well,
So.
it's like buying from the internet, but not having to worry about having the expense on sending it back if it ain't right.
Right.
And me getting it in and putting it together to start off with, where everything being boxed and whatever, if I get it in, start to put it together, and you got a bed rail or something split, I take it back and go get the bed rail.
Right.
And get it taken care of without you having to wait 3 or 4 weeks on it. So it's right when you get it.
That's perfect. And plus, you've been doing this for so long, you can probably just blindly put this stuff together in your sleep. Where years ago, I'd purchased something from IKEA, and I broke it attempting to put it together. I mean, so.
Well, that's another reason for me putting it together before I deliver it. 'Cause that can create a whole lot of problems when somebody takes it and breaks it, and you kind of halfway know that they did, but they don't want you to know that. You know?
Oh, right, yeah, because they're too embarrassed or they don't want to lose the money or whatever. Yeah. So, well, I mean, you're one of the few old fixtures of Coweta County, and that's one reason why I wanted to feature you here on the Coweta Community Spotlight, because there's very few of you left. Yeah. And I think it's a wonderful thing you're still doing. I'm surprised that with all the competition and stuff that's out there today, you're still able to continue carrying on, and I applaud you for that. I think it's a wonderful thing. And I just like coming out, chatting with you, and talking to you. Very personable individual. You got some great history, some great stories, and I appreciate you taking the time to spend with us today.
Well, I appreciate you coming out here.
Anyway, we're going to look around a little bit and showcase some of your pieces of furniture that you have in stock. Until next time, thank you very much, and I appreciate it.
Thank you.
Well, I appreciate everybody joining us on the Coweta Community Spotlight today, and I'd like to also thank Tommy Chestnut for allowing us to come into his store and for having a nice chat with him today. Like I said in the interview, he's quite a fixture of Newnan in Coweta County. And for those of you who are not familiar with C&C Furniture, they can be found at 1002B Highway 16, or otherwise known locally as Carrollton Highway. You can also find him online at www.cncfurniture.com. He is also on Facebook. And again, thank everybody for joining us on the Coweta Community Spotlight at CNC Furniture today. Until next time, see you later.